5, question 1. And in this homework, we're going to use two methods. One is called unit method, and another one is called, I call it Carlos method, because that one's hard to pronounce. So yeah, we're going to use Carlos method and unit method. So this is a truss. So that's all the givens. We have point A, point B, point C, point D, and E. The length here to here is 1.5, 1.5, 2. So this is a triangle. You can do geometry to find this one. So it should be 2.5. Here same thing, 2.5, because they're equal. So now we have all the length. And for this one, for point C, this is a pin. So we're going to have CX, and we're going to have CY. And for this one, same thing, we're going to have, because we only have two support. If this one's going this way, this one must going that way to cancel it out. So let's put it like this way. So I mean, just assumption, it doesn't matter, but we know that's how it looks like. And for this one, since this one's going up, this one's, you have force going down, so this one doesn't matter. So just to make any assumption you want. So let's assume it's going up like this. So the setting is done. For this question, we have to use matrix. So we're gonna use matrix. So let's set up the matrix. So you're gonna have join A, and you're gonna have some force in the x direction and force in the y direction. And you're gonna have join B, force x and y. You're gonna have join C, join D, A, B, C, D, E.
Are you doing matrices or are you doing joint method?
Join E. So 1, A, B, C, D, E. Okay. This. So now this is gone. So we're gonna have member AB and AE. AB AE. We're gonna have BC and BE. EE. And we're gonna have CE and ED. Oh. And we're gonna have the reactions, but I don't have space. So let's put it right here. That's too big. Let's put it right here. We're gonna have CXY and DX dy, so you're gonna have more. So CX, CY, DX, dy. God. So we're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 10. Alright, you're gonna match it. So, John 8. So you're gonna look at this one. Focus on this one. Focus at this point. John 8 in the x direction. We have AB and look at member AB. AB is here to here. So for the x-axis, we have 1. For AB, do we have y? No, we don't have y because we only have straight line, so y is 0. For AE, AE is AE. Do we have x-axis? Yes. We have to convert this into x direction and convert this to the y direction. So we're going to have x and y. So how are we going to do that? We have to calculate the ratio for x. You look at this point. So for x, you just use cosine. This divided by that. So it's 1.5. And the way I figure out the negative or positive is this. I look at point A. This is a straight line, not an inclined line. So I assume the force is going this way. So when I convert this to x and y, it's going to have, I assume this is y, this is x. This is x. I assume going this way is positive, going this way is negative, going down is negative, going up is positive. So you convert this into the x. It's splitting that way, so it's positive. You convert this to this way, it's going up, so it's positive. So for this one, you're going to have positive and positive. Like I said, this, you convert to the x. So it's 1.5 divided by 2.5. So it's 1.5 over 2.5. For the y direction, you want to convert this into that. So you're going to have 2, because we're going to use sine. 2 divided by 2.5. Here, cosine. Here is sine. Opposite over something. I don't know how to call it. It's going to be 2 divided by 2.5. And for John A, BC, we look at John A. BC is this. This had nothing to do with point A, so we're going to put 0. And we can look at the letters. Here is John A. And this one, the letter had no A, so nothing, no A, nothing, nothing, nothing. And go back to the reactions. Because we look at John A. CY, CX, CY, DX, DY is right here. It has nothing to do with point A. So we're going to have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And now, we're done with John A. John B. John B is right here, so let me erase this. For x direction. For AB. AB. AB is here to here. We want to look at this one. This is going that way, because this is our point. We're looking for this distance, so it's negative, and it's 1. For AB, there's no y direction, so y is 0. And for AE, like I said, this is point B. AE had nothing to do with point B. You look at the letter, we have B. If this had no B, you just put 0 and 0. BC, there's B, so we're going to do something. BC is here to here. Point B is here, and we look at the point C. So it's from that side, so it's positive, and it's just a straight line, no y direction. So it's going to be 1 and 0. And BE, B is this one. We pushing in at point B, and we look for EB. So it's going up, so it's positive. So for the y direction, because this is y, and you don't have x-axis, you only have straight line. So y is 1. This is 0. CE had no B, so it's 0, 0, 0, 0. Go back here. CCED is for this, not for this, so it's all 0. Let me see, this is A. So now let's do C. Now you have point C. In the x direction, here is point C. Looking for AB, this is C. No C, so 0, 0, 0, 0. BC, yeah, we have BC. BC is here. We're looking at point B or point C, and this distance is pointing that way. So it's negative. So you're going to have -1 and 0, because this is straight line, no y. So it's 0. And BE, no C, so it's 0. CE, CE is right here. So you have to convert this line into x and y. Like I said, when you convert this, the x is pointing that way, so it's negative, and this one go up, so it's pointing this way, it's positive. So we're going to have, in x, you're going to have negative, and this one you have positive. So let's figure out the numbers. For this one, this is, you remember, you want to find this, so it's cosine. So it's 1.5 divided by 2.5. 1.5 divided by 2.5. For the y, here is, you want to find the y, so it's sine. This divided by that. You should use this divided by this. There's 2 divided by 2.5. And for ED, this is C, so nothing. 0, 0. Yeah.
You said there was a -1, and you missed the negative sign in the joint C FX.
Joint C, FX, yeah, negative.
No, BC. Remember BC?
BC, right here?
Yeah.
No, it's not. Look, you look at C. This is BC. Oh yeah, it's negative. Okay.
Good eye.
Wait, where is that? BC?
Here.
This one. Oh yeah, I missed it. So right now we're looking at C. So we have CX and CY, but this one is in the x-axis for this line. So for x-axis, yeah, we have CX. So 1 CX. But for the y-axis, at points, do we have CX for the y-axis? No, wait. This one's CX. So we have 1 CX in the x-axis, but we don't have CX in the y-axis. In the CY, in the x-axis, we don't have CY. But in the y-axis, we have CY. So I have 1. And the rest is 0, 0. Because this one's dx, and we look at point C. So, joint D. Now this one's gone. This one's simple. At this point, we don't have ED, this one. So ED is, because we look at this one, it's pointing that way, so it's negative. So ED, oh, right here. For the y directions, we have nothing. For the x, we have 1, or negative 1, because it's pointing that way. And like I said, in this case, you don't have 1, so the rest is all 0. And for this one, yeah, because it's d, we have dx and dy. So c had nothing to do with this, so it's 0. So for dx, in the x-axis, yes, we have 1 dx in the x-axis. But we don't have dx in the y-axis. For this one, for the x-axis, we don't have dy. But for the y-axis, we have dy, so it's 1. So you know for e, because we don't have 4 reactions, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So this one, no reactions. So let's go back to E. This is E. So for E, AB had nothing to do with E. 0, 0, AE, okay. AE is this one. We're looking at this point, at point E. So the for this line is decline, like this. So when you convert this into the y, it's pointing down, it's negative. And you convert this to the x, it's also pointing this way, it's all negative. So you're going to put negative, negative. Now let's figure out the numbers. Like I told you before, you're looking at this point, and you want to find the y-axis. This time it's going to be cosine this over that, cosine. So it's 2 divided by 2.5. And you know, like, the largest numbers is always on the bottom, at the bottom. So you can check largest numbers at the bottom. So you know you're going to do it right. For the y direction, for the x direction, you look at this point. You want to convert this to the x. So you're going to use sine, which is this divided by that. 1.5 divided by 2.5. So this divided by that. So it's 1.5 divided by 2.5. And BC had nothing to do with E, so it's 0, 0. BE, yes, we have B. Oh, we have E. BE is this.